All right, so thank you for checking out the commissary report. The crime scene photos are being released in the Brian Koberger murders of the 4 college students in Idaho, and it's an interesting concept to think about. I'm trying to take the time today to think about why crime scene photos would be released to the public. When people say full transparency, what does that mean? I mean, I understand the concept of the public being able to watch a trial. They want to make sure that if you're being accused of a crime in society, that you can go before 12 of your peers and they can judge you and make a decision of guilt or innocence, and to also watch the process and make sure that process is fair. So, but the full transparency of the crime scene photos, I'll be honest, I want to see some of the crime scene photos, but there's some that I don't want to see. And I really want to hear other people's arguments of why you would want to see, for example, the autopsy photos. You know, those are going to be absolutely gruesome. And for example, in court, they have to show autopsy photos. Even though defense attorneys will argue that this is just to inflame the jury, things of that nature, but you have to show the death. You have to show that the person is actually dead, and that's part of their burden of showing that this person has actually passed away. But to show the public, I don't know, I just want to hear other people's opinions on it, because I'm trying to think of, maybe there's something I'm not thinking about. And that's what I like to do. I like to think of both sides here. But the crime scene photos that I'd like to see is the bedrooms and just how they were situated. They made 3D mock-ups, but you know, this is just a story that I've been invested in and watching, and I want to see those inside photos because I want to see every aspect of this, because, you know, as society, we're supposed to think of the death penalty. We're supposed to think about, is it right or wrong to have the state execute this person? And you want to see all those photos to know for yourself exactly what this person did and what it looked like. For example, right now, the Gonzalez family is arguing that, hey, they hid a lot of these strong facts about how many stab wounds so they could duck under the capital punishment. And so I find that as an interesting argument that might sway someone to say, hey, we do need to see those photos because we want to see this full impact. These are my thoughts. I want to hear yours. Like, subscribe.